A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold statement, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has accused U.S. President Donald Trump of perpetuating Russian disinformation regarding the ongoing war in Ukraine. During a press conference, Zelenskyy expressed his concerns about Trump's recent comments, which he characterized as misleading and harmful to Ukraine's international standing. Zelenskyy specifically took issue with Trump's assertion that he lacks support from the Ukrainian people and is obstructing presidential elections in the country. Trump lives in a disinformation bubble, Zelenskyy stated, emphasizing that such claims are far from the reality faced by Ukrainians. The Ukrainian leader also criticized the U.S. for engaging in bilateral talks with Russia, suggesting that these discussions have inadvertently brought Russia back from its global isolation. Zelenskyy highlighted the importance of European support for Ukraine, especially in light of potential reductions in U.S. assistance. He urged European allies to step up their contributions to Ukraine's defense and resilience efforts. Furthermore, Zelenskyy rejected a current U.S. draft deal concerning mineral resources, calling it not ready and inadequate in terms of compensation. "I can't sell it away. I can't sell our state," he asserted. The Ukrainian president firmly dismissed any suggestions of making broad concessions to Russia, stating that such ideas are overwhelmingly rejected by the Ukrainian populace. He challenged U.S.-Ukraine envoy Keith Kellogg, who was visiting Kyiv, to engage with ordinary Ukrainians to gauge their reactions to Trump's comments in the proposed peace initiatives. Zelenskyy also expressed his disapproval of using the term conflict to describe Russia's invasion, arguing that it downplays the severity of the aggression. In a broader context, Zelenskyy indicated that he is in discussions with European allies regarding funding for the Ukrainian military, asserting that the EU is ready to engage in these talks. He also mentioned Ukraine's willingness to purchase weapons from the U.S., questioning why Middle Eastern countries are allowed to procure arms while Ukraine is not. When asked about security guarantees for Ukraine, Zelenskyy emphasized that NATO remains the strongest assurance. He stated that while U.S. troops with air defense systems are not a necessity, Ukraine requires licenses to produce missiles and parts for systems like the Patriot. He lamented that some Ukrainian cities are struggling with air defense due to a lack of missiles, calling the situation wrong. Zelenskyy reiterated that making concessions to Russia is supported by only 1% of the Ukrainian population, underscoring the widespread belief that Russia is the guilty party in the ongoing conflict. He concluded his remarks by stating that agreements alone cannot resolve the situation, as the responsibility for the war lies squarely with Russia. In related developments, Poland and Sweden have signed a non-binding agreement to enhance cooperation in response to the deteriorating security situation in Europe, particularly in light of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The agreement aims to improve national resilience and security in the Baltic region and underscores the commitment of both countries to support Ukraine. Meanwhile, French officials have expressed confusion over Trump's comments blaming Zelenskyy for the invasion, with a spokesperson stating that they do not understand the logic behind such assertions. EU leaders are currently deliberating the need for an emergency summit to address the war, although no immediate plans have been confirmed. The EU's foreign policy chief has emphasized that any peace deal must involve Ukraine and Europe, reiterating that discussions without their participation would be futile. Former British Prime Minister Boris Johnson defended Trump, arguing that his provocative statements are intended to spur European action rather than provide historical accuracy. As the conflict continues, Zelensky's remarks highlight the complexities of international diplomacy and the critical role of unity among allies in supporting Ukraine's fight for sovereignty. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.